guys, it's Cosmic Cubing. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I've just been busy with stuff. And also, during that time, I also ordered the Space Ghost Cube, and that's what I'll be doing a tutorial with. So let's get into it. This cube is a shape mod. It is a very hard one also. It is just a 3x3, like the Axis cube, or any other 3x3 shape mod. It solves exactly like this. Just this one has different types of pieces. These pieces look very similar. Like we have this hexagon shape, not hexagon, sorry, trapezoid shape. We have one right here and right here. All of these look very similar. Now this version will actually make it a little bit easier to tell what pieces go where. That's why I think it might help if I use this one, because you can see how they fit. Because the point of this is to allow you to understand how this cube works and what it is. So let's get into it. So the first step is to make your cross like a normal 3x3. And I really hope I don't have a flip center, since I did kind of mess it up. So first of all, I'll tell you what pieces go where. So I want you to look for this more symmetrical kind of centerpiece, like this one. It's a lot more easy to tell what pieces will go into it. I'm sorry if this is a little blurry. So on these two sides, we have this, like, I don't know, more squared off side. Both these sides goes a trapezoid piece. On this side, where it's a lot more, I don't know how to describe it, I guess flat, well, right there would go a rectangle piece. So I'll just show you so you can see it a little better. Let's see, does this piece go in? No. So this cube is more like trial and error. I recommend finding your trapezoid pieces, like this one right here. As you can see, that fits in, but it might. Sometimes these pieces can be a little bit more weird and they just don't fit. Because as you can see, I have two pieces, they look like they fit. What I recommend doing is just finding two pieces that fit and see how it goes. Because later on in the steps, you'll figure out whether they go there or not. So sometimes you could have, here, let me get it, this kind of case where it's in, but it's not fully like inserted, it's kind of flipped. Just take it R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, and it's in. Now, you're gonna wanna find a rectangle piece. There are two different kinds. There's this one right here and this one. This one's smaller, this one's bigger. The biggest piece goes in your cross. Okay, and this side, as you can see, if you move a side halfway, you can see that it's a lot more squared off. That's how you can tell that the rectangle piece goes there. So let's take it, and as you can see, if we insert it like this, it's gonna be, just won't fit. So take it out, instead do an R prime, F, R, and there you go, it goes in. Now, I am pretty sure that this trapezoid piece goes in because you can see the color matches. But on there, so you should have, if you're using a more like, I guess normal ghost cube, this one right here. Let me find my cross right here. Mine is missing the sticker, but on this corner right here, so as you can see, we have our cross side right here. The non-logo piece should have a sticker on it. Mine fell off, but that's how it should be, because as you can see on this one, it has that little art right there. That should be the sticker. The other one, you can just find out. On this one, it should be the logo piece, but you'll figure out eventually. Oh, I already have the other piece inserted. But once you have your rectangle piece, go on to this side right here, And on this side, as you can see, it's more of a triangle shape. If you misline the layer, it looks like a triangle. You're gonna want one of these two pencil pieces. And I'm gonna make this kind of tutorial a multiple part series because it's gonna take a while to explain how it works, all the other pieces. So there are two pencil pieces, this one right here, or a pillar, and there's this one, the bigger one. So you're gonna want the one that's more evened out. So in this case will be this one, where these two sides are more even. The other one, as you can see, obviously bigger. This one, not so much. Or just find the smaller one. Either way works. Here it is, smaller one, because this one is like twice as big. You're going to put it in, pointy side in. Just like that, you have your cross solved. So the next step includes your triangle pieces. There's, I think, 4 different ones. There's this one right here. This one is not correct. This one, let's see, that one right there, and this one right here. So let me grab my other one. Actually, is that one right? I actually don't know. I haven't really solved this one. It doesn't look right, so I'm assuming this one is not correct. And another way you can tell is by feeling it when it's in. If it doesn't feel right, like this one does not feel right, you're gonna want to try a different one. This one is probably the biggest one there is. Find the biggest one, probably goes in your cross. And there we go. First piece in. Your next one, let's see, that one, it could go in. Ooh, I think it's this one right here. So there's not really much technique for this. You're just gonna try pieces until they go in. And I think that one is correct. There we go. So just try them until they work. How I usually tell is by looking at it, always feel the side right here. Actually, is this piece right? Actually, this one might not be fully solved. I cannot tell. Here. Is that right? I think so. Oh, it is right. So basically just feel the sides until they feel right. Because there's only one right piece, and if you have the wrong piece, even though it seems like it fits, it doesn't fully fit. So you can always just feel this, and if it feels off, it's probably wrong. Now obviously the logo corner goes with the logo trapezoid piece, but you can still feel to see if it's correct. Okay, so we have our two triangle pieces in. So in these two slots right here, the last two slots, goes these kind of triangle pieces. They're just bigger. There's this one right here, and where's the other one at? Right here. So there's this one and this one, a small one and a big one. Only one fits in, so these are really easy. Like if I try putting this one into the wrong slot, it just doesn't go in, which means that it will obviously be this one right here. And this one goes in correctly. Just your same inserting thing, R, U, R prime, U prime until it goes in. And there you go. You have your first side solved. And I might as well go over the second layer. This can be quick, can be slow. The slowest part is getting all your centers correct. You want them all flipped correctly so that the other pieces can fit in. So, oh, they're almost all solved because you want them flipped only one way. So let me just flip them and so that I can show you how I do it. Okay, so I flip them, and really there's not much of a method, as I said. So I'll just show you how they go. So first off, let's see. let me show you my solved one. So you want it when it aligns, you want them all to be correct. So the best way to do this is to find this centerpiece right here, where if you stand it up, if you look at it carefully, you should be able to find a piece like this. Once it's standing up, you want the dot on the left. And then find that, align it until it fits in, and then just turn all the other centers until they fit. I'll show you how to do that. Because I already have mine, as you can see, the dot is on the left. You're gonna want to find the next center. Doesn't matter if you go left or right. I always go to the right. You're gonna want to take that center, do an R2 with that center, and U2 to bring all that out of the way. Just turn the side until you're able to bring it back and see if it fits. There we go. Align that one solved center and see if it fits. It doesn't. You're going to want to do it again until it goes in. Nope. There we go. It is in. So you can see when I align it, it fits perfectly, and this one is solved. Do the same thing with your next one. This one's a little bit more obvious. So here's that original center. That one that we just solved fits in. This next one, you can tell you want it face down. It just makes sense anyway. So take your center. As you can see, we just need to turn it once clockwise. So let's do R2, U2, do that R move to align it, U2, R2. That next one is solved. Last one is already solved, but you do the same thing with that one. There you go. If you don't believe me, all our centers are solved. I'm sorry, my sister's making so much noise. There we go. So now there are two kinds of pieces you're going to need for this middle section. You're going to want these, I don't remember what that shape is called. Is it rhombus or something? I don't know. You're going to want this type of shape of piece. No idea why I said that. You're going to want this shape of a piece right here. And where's the other one? That shape right there. It's a really weird shape, but you're gonna need this shape and where is it? That shape right there. So I'm pretty sure if you look at it, you can probably tell what shape goes where. You can see this one is a lot more aligned, I guess, for the center, but this one just weirder. But it's really hard to explain. But for these, okay, so for this shape of a piece right here, you're going to want this one right here. I'll just show you. Here, come on. So as you can see, this rhombus shape, I think, aligns with this piece right here. Okay, that's really the best I can explain it. You're gonna want to insert it like this. How you normally insert a edge, U prime. Come on. L prime, U, L, F prime, L, F, L prime. That's for if you're inserting it from the right side, I think. Yeah, from the right side. And let's find that weird shape. We have one right here. Let's see if it fits. Nope. This again is just trial and error. Here we go. So we have a weird shape. This time we're inserting it from the left side, so it'll be U, R, U prime, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R. There we go. Two pieces in. let's see, we have another, comment if I'm wrong, I'm just calling it a rhombus. I really don't know my shapes very well. So just, you can really just bring it down until it fits. It's not going in. Oh my gosh, come on, stop walking up. I guess that piece doesn't go there. Oh, never mind. Okay, so just find the next piece. It goes in right there. R, U prime, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R. Another piece in, leaves one more piece. This one right here, try it, goes in, insert it. And there we go. You have your middle layer solved. So for this final step, you're gonna want to do the beginner last layer, where you have all your edges facing up, or like on a 3x3, you'd have all those yellow stickers facing up. Align them so they're in the right place, so all your edges are solved, and then bring all your corners to the right place and do R prime, D prime, R, D until all your corners are solved. You'll be doing exactly that with this cube. So to start off with, you're going to want to use an anti-zoom to have all your pieces facing up. Let's see, or not anti-zoom. You're going to want to do the F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So for a line case, I'll just show you. Okay, so we have this piece facing up. You can tell because the pointy end of this one is facing up. Pointy end of this is facing up. If I had to guess, this is probably a line case. Let's try it and see how it goes. Because I know this is not solved because it's lower than it should be. So let's do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Let's see. I believe they are all solved. Pointy end facing up, pointy end facing up, standing up, and I think this is the solved position for this. Okay. Next, you are going to want to use an anti-zoom. Oh, and by the way, if you had a L case, I'll show you what you do for that one real quick before I move on. There we go. So as you can see, standing up and pointing end up, but these are not solved. This is an L case because the solved ones make an L shape. Back left, F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. They're all solved. And if you have none facing up, do the line case F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and then you should either have an L case or a line case. Okay, so next you're going to want to use an anti-zoom to align all yours with the right side of the center. So as you can see, none of these are solved. You can easily tell that because none of them are aligned. So do an anti-zoom, R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, if you need to turn your cube, misalign it so that all your edges are aligned with the center. Okay, let's see. Doesn't look like we have any solved. Keep doing it. Okay, so we do have a flip center. I knew I had it wrong, sorry. Yeah, if you end up having a center pop, you could get a flip center. It's happened to me plenty of times, and you can just flip it until it's right. Let's see if this is correct. I believe it is. Yes, okay. So we have one piece solved. Once you have one solved, put it in front of you. You cannot, I don't think you can have two solved at the same time. I don't think so. If you do, you probably have a flip center. So you should only have one or all of them, I think. So do an anti-soon with the solved one in front of you. And just do that until all of them are solved. It only takes like 2 or 3 times of doing the anti-soon until all your edges are solved. Once you have all of your edges solved, it should look something like this. But what you're going to want to do next is get all your corners in the right place. You'll do that with this alg. R, U prime. Come on, it's not that hard. L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L, U. And once you do that, it'll move all your corners around. So yeah, so keep doing it, and so all these triangle pieces go in this kind of slot. You can see it's a smaller slot, so it makes sense for all those triangle pieces to go in the back, or go in that slot. Then all of these more these weirder shape pieces go in the bigger slots. So you could have them all flipped. So do the alg, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L, U. And there we go. One piece is in the right place. I can easily tell because the colors match, but on something like this, it's a lot more difficult. So what you can do is do R prime, D prime, R, D until this faces the right way. But I can already tell, but I'll have to do that set moves 4 times. So I'll do the inverse. D prime, R prime, D, R, D prime, R prime, D, R, and look at that, it fits. Then undo that to make it faster. Then put that right here. Put the solved one right here and do U, R, U prime, L prime, U. And as you can see, nothing really changed, so do it again. And there we go. I can already tell all of them are in the right place because the other triangle piece is in its place. And you cannot have 2 solved at once. It's either one or all of them, or none of them. So once you have all of yours in the right slot, do that one set of moves, D prime, R prime, D, R, or R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, solved. Move it, R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. Next one. One more. Come on. And there we go. Your ghost cube is solved. And yeah, so if this video was hard to follow, comment down below what I should fix. But other than that, that is how you solve the ghost cube. The biggest challenge of this is just that all these pieces look so similar. That's actually one of the main reasons why I'm using this galaxy one. Mainly because it's easier to show where all these pieces go. Instead of using a one-colored one for a tutorial. I still used it though because it's still helpful. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if this is helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. So yeah, bye guys.